Untitled Tarot, and I'm here to figure out if you should reach out to the person that you're thinking about, what would happen if you did, how it would go, basically. All right, first card represents how they'd respond if you reached out. Second card is where it could end up or where it would go if you did. So for Aries, what would happen if Aries reached out to this individual, please? Let's see. Okay. One more shuffle. All right. Hey, how you doing? Okay. Let's see. So what would happen if Aries reached out to that person that they're thinking of? How they'd respond is the King of Cups. So they would respond to you. They would respond. All right. I feel like in a sense they were getting over this at the same point. Like, so basically, while you were getting over this, they're getting over this as well. Like, so the worst is and was definitely over between you two. I feel like they would respond in a very mature way, is what it's telling me. All right. I do feel like this situation would not go very far though. I feel like there may have been three people involved, all right, or this person may have already been involved, or there was some third party involvement, whether it be now or in the past. But I'm getting that basically they would end this with you, or they would respond very mature. Like, I feel like they would give you a very mature response. They were getting over you as well, but it's also telling me that where it would end up, I feel like the situation would end. It would not go that far, all right? So while you would get a response, you would get some type of response, it would not go further than that, all right? I think this situation is pretty much dead as a doormat, basically, all right? Aries, all right? So there may be already involved, or maybe other people involved, all right, with that person, or, is what it's telling me. All right, so what would happen if Taurus reached out? What would happen if Taurus, Zodiac sign of Taurus, what if they reached out to this person, please? What would happen if Taurus reached out? Hey, Diana. All right, Taurus, what would happen if you reached out? All right, let's see. If you reached out, I don't see this person would. I do see that there would be. I do see some communication going back and forth between you two. But if you reached out, while I do see you getting communication from that person, they're not going to start a new beginning with you. All right, so it would be pretty much a waste of time, because I'm seeing, even though you would get communication, there would be how you been, what's up, so on and so forth. They still wouldn't embark upon a new start with you, or a new journey. All right, I think they'd be afraid to take a risk with you. All right, they'd be afraid to start a new beginning, or not wanting to take a risk. All right. I do feel like things would, if you reached out, there would be an apology, whether it's you apologizing for what you did, them apologizing for what they did. But I'm not seeing it would lead to anything particularly special. All right. Why is Ace of Pentacles reverse here for? All right, this person also may be having issues within their finances, or yeah, I'm not seeing it grow. If you did reach out, I do see things would get balanced between you two, whether it's an apology, or I did wrong, you did wrong, or whoever the one was did wrong. I feel like somebody would apologize, or it's somewhat of a reconciliation. But as far as where it would lead to, I don't see it would start, or it would particularly be anything that's worthwhile. All right, but it may be good for you to reach out or whatnot, or for them really just to whether it's to work things out with this person, or just kind of like to amend past wrongs, basically, whatever it was. All right, but as far as it going anywhere, not necessarily. I don't even see it has the potential to grow past that. All right, I don't even think they would take another risk with you, or start new with you, Taurus. All right, that's what it's telling me. All right, so let's do. Keep in mind, in this spread, I go mainly off of what I'm getting from the cards and my intuition. Like, it's a mixture of both, so it's not just based off solely the cards. What would happen if Gemini reached out to this individual that they're inquiring about or thinking about? What would happen if Gemini reached out? What would happen if Gemini reached out? Hey, y'all. Hey, Leanne. Robertson, how you doing? All right. Okay. So if you reached out, Gemini, what would happen would be, you would get a response. There would be a lot of communication between you two. So if you reached out, especially if it's a fire sign, I got the wands here, but basically there's going to be a lot of communication between you two. So something could start between you two. All right. There would be a lot of communication between you two, a lot of passion still there between you two, all right? So the passion would be reignited. So it's like reigniting a spark in a sense if you reached out, all right? It would have issues it would have issues getting anywhere. I want to clarify. I do see that eventually. Here's what I'm getting from this. I do see that if you reached out, you would get communication from this person. There would be a lot of back and forth communication between you two. All right, is what I'm getting. But the issue is, I feel like someone would eventually stop speaking, kind of playing games. It's kind of like a mind game type thing. But you'd start playing games, or they start playing games with you. It's almost like it's someone just stops taking action because they're trying to get you back, or vice versa. So it's like kind of like games. So if you reached out to this person, they may start playing games with you, feeling like they need to get you back, or vice versa. You start feeling like you need to get them back by not doing any, or to stop the communication. Somebody's going to, basically what I'm saying is, someone would stop the communication, stop taking action to get someone back. So it's kind of like, I don't like that. It's like, it's kind of almost like somebody's just trying to reel you in or whatnot. So if you reached out, I mean, do y'all catch what I'm saying? Someone would eventually stop speaking or stop taking action, and it's because they're trying to get someone back. So I don't know if that would be you doing that to them or them doing that to you. So be aware that it could be a warning for a lot of you Geminis. And if also that's you acting that way, then you know what? Karma comes back, and that's not a bitch you want to fuck with, all right? Playing games with folks. I don't know who's doing that, all right? It would get to a point where it doesn't get, where the action would not be taken anymore. Someone would eventually stop, taking action, all right? Is what it's telling me, all right? All right, Cancer, what would happen if Cancer reached out? What would happen if Cancer reached out? What would happen if Cancer reached out to this person? What would happen if Cancer reached out to this person, please? Hey, from Northern Ireland. Hey, how you doing? All right, Cancer, if you reached out, what would happen? Let's see. I think this person would not even bother to respond. And somebody's an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a fire sign. If you reached out, I would be surprised if they even responded. Because I feel like they're taking a break for the time being. They're getting their emotions back to a stable point, and they would not take a risk with you, all right? Although I'm pretty sure that they would feel like the potential's there for a new start, they wouldn't take that risk, all right, with you, all right? So this person's not going to embark upon a new journey with you. I feel like they also may be growing elsewhere, growing in a relationship elsewhere, or they're expanding elsewhere in their life, and I don't think they would take that risk with you again, all right, is what it's telling me. I do feel like they have emotion for you on some level, but as far as, I'm not even sure you would get a response. And if you did, you would notice right away that this person would be very aloof or whatnot, all right? And they're trying to heal from what happened between you and them. I also feel like they're trying to grow and expand elsewhere, and they would not take a risk with you or start a new beginning with you. Somebody it's an Aries, Libra, Taurus. I got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as well. All right, Cancer. What do I get from that? All right, so what about $2 risk? Crazy. All right, Leo, what would happen if Leo reached out? What would happen if Leo reached out? Thank you, Hina, appreciate that. What would happen if Leo reached out? What would happen if Leo reached out? Hey, Ace of Pentacles. What would happen if Leo reached out? 2 more shuffles, all right. Actually, what would happen if Leo reached out? What would happen if Leo reached out? All right, 1 more shuffle. That's not it. What would happen if Leo reached out? What would happen if Leo reached out? What would happen if Leo reached out? Well, thank you, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, that was a very interesting video. It just, it's crazy how things happen in that case. It's crazy, 3, 4. All right, Leo, if you reached out, that's what would happen. You would get a response. I mean, it's another fire sign. If you reached out, you would get a response, but the instability or the unreliability would still be there. So this could be someone who's in and out, or you're very in and out of this person's life. Someone's too unreliable, is what it's telling me. Somebody's a Gemini as well. I do feel like this person still has a connection with you. For some of you, this person is very indecisive, but very unreliable. Somebody's a Scorpio as well with the death card there. I do feel like the situation would eventually end between you two because of unreliability, whether it's you're in and out of this person's life or they're in and out of yours, or someone's just very in and out, playboy, playgirl type, all right? And it would eventually end, all right, is what it's telling me. So I don't care how much of a connection or love is still there, but if someone can't be reliable, then it really, what's the point? What's the point? All right. Scorpio. What about Scorpio? What would happen if Scorpio reached out? What would happen if Scorpio reached out? Oh, it is Virgo. It's damn it. Okay, I'll do Virgo next. Let me do Leos real quick. I'm sorry, Scorpios real quick. I'll do Virgo next. Jesus Christ. So this is Libra, right? Libra right now. Then I'll do Virgo after Libra. Sorry about that. So Libra, if you reached out, you would get a response. This person does, yeah, they return to you right quick, fast, and a heartbeat. All right, they wouldn't even think twice. They would respond because they were restless over you too, Libra. Somebody it's an Aries or a Taurus or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. Although I do see that love is still there. I don't know if they'd be afraid to take a risk with you, or if you would be afraid to take a risk with them. But they would return just like that. Like you'd get a response immediately. If not immediately, you'd get one pretty fast. All right, is what it's telling me. So it's an Aries as well. Big Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I do see a potential for growth between you two, but I think someone's afraid to take a risk with you, or you'd be afraid to take a risk with them. Like it's there, the energy's there for you to have a new beginning with this person. Why the Fool reverse for please? But see, so yeah, someone's afraid to give it a second chance. They're afraid that it'll turn out just the way it was before. So whether that's you acting like that or them, it's like the love would be offered. But someone's afraid to take a second chance. Say that, like the energy's there for growth, expansion, for you to grow with this person. But I don't know if it'd be you afraid to take a risk, or you'd be afraid to take a risk with them, afraid to give it a second go around because of things that happened in the past. All right, is what it's telling me, Libra. So be aware of that. Let's do Virgo now. Virgo, then Scorpio after. Actually, Scorpio's after Virgo because I skipped Virgo on accidentally. All right. Okay. What would happen if Virgo reached out? 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 Be sure to comment on this video when it goes live, y'all. Also, be sure to check out my John Bonet video that me and my friend Kelly did. She also does mediumship sessions herself. She's just now starting to do mediumship, and she's really good at it. So if you're interested in contacting a loved one, a dead loved one, I definitely endorse Kelly on that because she's really good at what she does. I would not endorse anyone that I didn't believe in, and I definitely know she's the real deal. So, all right. So Virgo, let's see what's going on with you. I got the Tower reverse. It just popped up. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, they may avoid you, or you may avoid them. Something a water sign as well. All right. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I do feel like that this person would respond. There may be a potential for growth there, but whether it's indecision on your behalf or theirs, that's why it wouldn't grow. There's a potential for a new start there. I think that eventually this person would, if you reached out, there would be a potential for growth there. But the only blockage would be is that there's indecision on your behalf or theirs. So I don't know if you're the one being indecisive or them. Gemini for some of you, or Aries, Libra, Taurus. Also have Virgo and Capricorn. There would be a potential for a new start there. I think someone would, either you confess that you want a new start, or they'd confess that they want a new start. All right. I think this person thought things were done with you, but I feel like in a sense they do want a new start. But I don't know if it's indecision on your behalf or theirs. My only issue with this, Virgo, is that either you're indecisive or they are. What's this indecision? What's this Lovers reversal for? All right, here we go. And the Wheel of Fortune reverse. It may just not be the time for you two to have a new start. Like if you tried to give this a new start, or they tried, you'd notice that you'd have the universe against you in a sense. Like it would be like, yes, potential for a new start there, but things wouldn't go right from the get-go. I guess it's just not time for you two to have a new start. All right, for some of you. All right. I'm also seeing indecision be a big issue, but I see a potential there. It's just like the indecision. I don't know if it's indecision on your behalf or theirs. All right. So, all right. So Scorpio, what would happen if Scorpio reached out? 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 All right. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think this person has their back turned on you. They're tired of the toxicity. They would really, I'd be surprised if you got a response, Scorpio. Somebody that's an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What I feel is if you reached out, I think they have their back turned on you, Virgo, or they're trying to turn their back on you because of the toxicity between you and them. Some of you, this was a sex-based connection, or it was just a very toxic connection that was not bound to go anywhere from the get-go. All right, but some of you still have this toxic tie to this person, or they feel like they have a toxic tie to you. I think they've healed from you or are trying to heal from you. They're not confident that this could go anywhere. I feel like they have their back turned. All right. I think eventually you'll cut this person out of your life, or they'll cut you out. It's really toxic. I don't think it was meant to go anywhere from the get-go. All right. I feel like it's very toxic. Eventually, you'll cut this person out, or they'll keep you cut out. Either you're going to keep them cut out of your life, or they're going to keep you cut out of their life, and it's not going to go anywhere. I think it's really toxic. All right. Someone's eventually going to close themselves off of this. I don't know if it's you doing that or them. I don't see it going anywhere. All right. Virgo, sorry, Scorpio, sorry. Sagittarius. What would happen if Sagittarius reached out? What would happen if Sagittarius reached out? And I can't go on without you. People love me, make me treat me ungratefully. So some of you can't go on without someone, Sagittarius, or they can't go on without you. Yep, they're stuck in the past over you as well. Will they respond? They'd respond, but you'd notice the manipulation's still there. The pettiness. They still want to be with you, but they're too stuck in the pity in the immature energy. So they come right back at you with a lot of manipulation or craziness. All right. But don't be fooled by them, because they still want to be with you. They still can't let you go completely. But I feel like their ego has taken over. Like they still are going to come back at you with this petty manipulation. Could be arguments or a lot of disagreements still. All right, it would get to a point where it doesn't go anywhere. Somebody said Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, I see. Even if you reached out, the communication would stop shortly thereafter. All right. I feel like they want to be with you, but I feel like they're very conflicted. All right, a lot of ego. I don't know if that's on your behalf or theirs. If you reached out, I feel like eventually they'll go right back to shit. Like it'd stop the communication, the back and forth would stop. It would literally, what's the point of reaching out? All right. But I feel like they still want to be with you, but they're very conflicted. All right. And I also see that basically if you reached out, there'd be a lot of conflict between you two still, or inability to work things out. All right. I feel like they're so stuck on you though. All right. But I think they'd come back at you with a lot of conflict. That's why it's telling me. All right. A lot of ego. I don't know if that's ego on your behalf or theirs. Damn it, my shit. Try this again. All right, Capricorn. What would happen if Capricorn reached out? What would happen if Capricorn reached out? What would happen if Capricorn reached out? What would happen if Capricorn reached out to this person? One more shuffle. Thank you, JD, for watching. Capricorn, what would happen if you reached out would be, let's see. I see that you'd get a response, but I feel like this, you would get a response. I see that basically you would get a response, but I feel like this person, in a sense, has gotten over you, or had gotten over you, and they got over the situation and healed. For some of you, Capricorn, some of it's a Scorpio as well. I do see that a lot of communication I do see a lot of back and forth communication between you two. All right, I do see that. Why is this death card here for? What's this death trying to represent? For some of you, this person has changed their ways, or Capricorn, you've changed your ways. Someone has changed a lot. All right, and for some of you, I'm seeing that the situation could get to a point of commitment. Capricorn, if you reached out, someone has changed their ways or changed how they were. They're not the same person as they were in the past, whether that be you doing that or them. But like I always say, if somebody said they changed, you tell them the only change they've made is a change in their motherfucking pocket. All right? But, I had to add that in there. It's just the perfect time for me to add that. But but basically, I'm just saying that it could lead to something more strong and stable and committed. I think someone has changed their ways. All right, is what it's telling me. With the Scorpio as well. Aquarius here too. Someone has changed their ways. All right. Someone may open up more as well. All right. I feel like someone has really changed. Like they're not like they really have changed. They're not the same person they used to be. So it may be better this time. All right. That's what it's telling me. One second. It's driving me crazy with this lag. It's lagging on my end. All right. What would happen if Aquarius reached out? What would happen if Aquarius reached out? Thank you, Braveheart. Appreciate that. What would happen? Thank you, beautiful disaster. Appreciate that. What would happen if Aquarius reached out? One more shuffle. Let's see what would happen if Aquarius reached out. I think this person has given up on you, Aquarius. I think you're a manipulator, or you also may think they're a manipulator. This person's very emotionally unavailable to you, Aquarius. I don't even see the point in you reaching out. Whether you get a response or not, I don't see them opening up to you or giving you the emotion you want. I feel like they've given up, all right? They feel like they may have felt like they fought for a lot in the past towards you, but it's just they feel like hopeless at this point, like it's not going to go anywhere. They're giving up, all right? And I don't even feel like they're going to be open to you emotionally, or not really totally be vulnerable to you or open up to you emotionally. All right. I do see this person detaching themselves, and they're not going to try to make it happen with you anymore. All right. Somebody's another air sign. Also, I got water sign here, and I got Aries as well. Also, somebody may detach yourself from this person eventually. All right. I see a lot of detachment. And the reason someone's attaching is they're trying to get you back, or vice versa. I feel like someone also may be spiteful toward you, or you may be spiteful toward them. Someone is remaining detached and cold out of spite for things that happened in the past. I don't know if that's you doing that or them, but I feel like this person is giving up. I don't even think, I'd be surprised if you got a response if you reached out. Because we keep in mind, the name of the video is, should you reach out, or should you reach out, basically, all right? A lot of spitefulness, a lot of, All right, Pisces. What would happen if Pisces reached out? Stick around for the collective. I'm going to do a collective if you reached out. Just in case the general didn't or just in case your sign didn't resonate with you, stick around for the collective. All right, so what would happen if Pisces reached out? All right, let's do it. Now I want y'all, look, okay, for the ones that watched the Facebook broadcast last night, see, there it goes again. See how clear, what the fuck? Facebook Live last night, you saw how clear and there was no interruptions during that whole Facebook broadcast. Now, you can't tell me that YouTube and Facebook are two totally different qualities. Look at that Facebook video. You'll see how there was not a single interruption throughout the whole entire broadcast. It was an hour-long broadcast. That's why I put it in two parts. There was nothing, not a single interruption. For the ones that think it's me and my internet connection or my 4G connection. If you reached out, I feel like this person's still getting over you, Pisces. Somebody's a fire sign. I see that if you tried to start something with this person, it would be like it would start fast and it would end fast. So I don't even see it's worth reaching out. I think this person has a tendency to check on you to see if you're involved still, or see if you're, I feel like they still watch you, or they keep an eye on you. Like they have curiosity about you. They just keep an eye on you. I don't think they have any intentions to necessarily start something. But on the small chance that if you did try to start something with this person, Pisces, it would start fast and it would end just as fast as it started, all right? I feel like if you reached out, eventually you'd end this situation eventually, or they didn't end it with you. I don't think this would go anywhere. Honestly, I feel like this person has lost that mojo. In a sense, they've gotten over you. Well, here's so strange though. I still feel like either they keep an eye on you, or check in on you, or watch you, or you watch them, vice versa. It could go either way. But I feel like in a sense, I feel like the worst is over between you two. I think you need to just let this go. All right, let it burn. Just like Usher said, let it burn, all right? That's what I'm getting from that. Just let it go. All right, but I do feel like they still keep an eye on you, or vice versa. Somebody's keeping an eye on you or whatnot. All right, here we go. And what I've noticed is a lot of people still keep an eye on you because the reason, if you have somebody that still keeps an eye on you, they watch your Facebook, your social media, whatever it is, they're just keeping an eye because they want to see if you're still involved, or see if you're involved anybody new. It's like an ego thing, right? Let's see, one second. It's starting to lag on my end again. Collectively, what would happen if the collective reached out? Collectively, please. I feel like collectively, I feel like this person in a sense has is not what they used to be stuck on you a lot, but they're not as much stuck on you anymore. And right now they're keeping their options they're keeping their options open. All right. So right now they're considering other options, or keeping their options open in their love life. All right. And I feel like while they were stuck on you in the past, they're not as stuck on you as they once were. And for the time being, they're dropping you and keeping their options open. Collective. All right. It's for everybody in the room. This is not for a specific sign. They are keeping their options open. I don't feel like this person's even worth your time, honestly. Yeah. See, eventually you'll figure out that they've had other options all along, or that they have other options. You'll find that out. You'll find that out. It's not. Uh, this person is not as stuck on you as they once were. They used to be in a lot of self pity, regrets, and they're not in that no more. They're kind of overcoming that, and basically they're dropping you for the time being and keeping their options open, or keeping basically focusing on what else is, career, love. They just have other things going on in their life right now, to where you wouldn't even be the main focus of them. All right. There may be a little bit of guilt on their part, but for the most part, I feel like they're ready to move on. They're not as stuck on. They used to be stuck on you like glue. All right. They used to be stuck on you like a Band-Aid brand, but Band-Aid stuck on me. You know that song. I don't think they're stuck on you as much as they were. All right. And right now they're getting out of this, breaking free, and they're going to contemplate their other options. Specifically, if you're dealing with a water sign or an air sign. Water and air is big prominent. It could be an earth sign too, specifically with those signs. All right. They're no longer stuck on you like Band-Aid brand, collective. All right. With that being said, y'all have a good one, and I hope you liked hope you liked it. Yes, part 2 is coming to the John Bonet reading. Part 1 is already uploaded on here on YouTube. This is the video right before this. Go check that out. Part 2 will be uploaded either later today or tomorrow, early tomorrow. All right. Y'all have a good one, and please be sure to comment and timestamp if you don't mind. Thank you all so much.